Oklahoma, huddle up. It's time to go inside the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. The High School Huddle will take you where you want to go with coaches, players, your phone calls, texts, and tweets. Join the huddle and let's talk high school sports.
And welcome to the High School Huddle, Week 0 of the high school football season. We are here, hard to believe already. Glad you've joined us here on Hot 93.7 FM, KSBI, alongside Parker Burnett, Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans, the A-Team back in the Stillwater studio tonight with Bill Van Ness and Jordan Leach. We appreciate everybody. Of course, first things first, guys, our new sponsor, our new title sponsor this year. We got some great sponsors up and down the list, but our title sponsor this year is eSchool, a virtual charter school and public school, and just first year running with eSchool. Phil?
Yeah, first year running. We got people at eSchool are real excited to be able to go out and serve the kids in a public school environment that works with everybody's lifestyle. So excited to be a part of the educational process in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, there are a lot of options out there for education these days, and eSchool is one of them as well. eSchoolok.com if you want to go check them out. We'll talk about them throughout the entire season. But hard to believe, guys, football is here. Thursday night practice will be obviously tomorrow. Then we're kicking things off on Friday. And some teams are actually kicking off tomorrow.
Yeah, and I tell you, it got here quick.
It did.
It seems like we were just making that lonely, slow drive back from the east side of the state last year when we got eliminated in the second round. But
it was a long drive.
It was a long drive, but this offseason went by very, very fast, and a lot of interesting stories in high school football to talk about.
And we're going to talk about a bunch of schools, and we like to talk about the schools in around our area. We'll talk Guthrie, Stillwater, Parker. They're coming back with the trio on offense. When you talk about Quantrell Walker, Gundy, and the Bland kid, they'll be rocking and rolling. Cashin returns a lot of players from last year, and some say they might win a championship. They got a lot of silver balls there over in Cashin. They're looking for a gold ball.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the one I think they're going to win it all this year. That's my pick. 21 returning starters, everybody but the quarterback. They got a good one coming in. I don't know. Shaq's got it rolling over there.
Yeah.
He's had it rolling for years. They just can't get over the hump. And I'm with you. I mean, I think they are stacked. Of course, I think we're going to have a freshman quarterback this year. Now, couldn't be in a better situation, to be surrounded with all these great returning starters. And Shackelford coach is one of the best coaches in the whole state of Oklahoma. So they're definitely one of the ones that should be looked at to hoist that gold ball finally this year.
Of course, every year everybody talks about, is this the year that the West and 6A1 football, can they sneak up and win a championship? And can we move away from that, or are you guys' thoughts?
My pick's still on the other side of the state.
Broken Arrow.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird that it was Jinx Union. Now we're kind of Broken Arrow Wasp. So, is it moving a little bit?
Well, there's a lot going on at the two historically dominant programs in Union and Jinx. With some very, very sad, obviously, with what Coach is going through health-wise, and but you can't count Jinx or Union out ever. I think most people, if you surveyed 10 people that follow high school football, I bet one of those two would be the pick for the majority of the people.
Yep.
They're not one of my picks. My pick's different than
PC West.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but my pick is different. But I know we'll go over that here in a bit.
Yeah, we'll have our state championship predictions here, so we can brag about it here in a few weeks. And then real quickly, 6A2 football is always one of those fun classes for me to watch, is 6A2 football. Stillwater, Booker T. Washington, of course, Bixby has dominated 6A2 football, and it wouldn't be any surprise to see one of those three teams come away as a state champion.
Yeah, I was hard on 6A Division II for the first couple years. But I really became a huge fan of that. It's produced some great football. It's created a lot of neat storylines in a lot of communities around the state, and it's just been really good for football in the state of Oklahoma. But some high-quality football played there. I mean, here in Guthrie, over the years. We played consistently against the Bixby's and some of those teams that now you see in 6A Division II, but good football is played in 6A Division II, and very exciting football, and this year won't be any different.
Yeah, I'm going to go back a little bit. We do have a few listeners up in the Enid area that watch this. Coach Rashawn Woods, of course, Guthrie opens up with Enid. We'll talk about that later on in the show. But
Coach Mick.
Yeah, but Rashawn Woods, one of the now the new head coach at Enid, and Enid's right there on the bottom of the 6A list as far as smallest in 6A1, they're probably like, if we can just miss out on a few students and be in 6A2 and be able to compete, our life would be so much easier. But guys, your thoughts? You look at Enid, 1-9 last year. Their only win came over Ponca City, and that was a close game. Ponca City probably should have won that game. I remember talking to the coaches last year, and they said, we absolutely should have had that game. I think Enid scored late in that one there. Schedule doesn't get any easier for Enid this year. It is stacked for them, and we'll see how Coach Woods. He's a player's coach, and we'll get him going. He had a lot of success at John Marshall, so I'll be kind of interested to watch Enid throughout the year.
Was he pretty good at football? Coach Woods?
Yeah, he was
okay,
he was
right?
the second best in his own family.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, I think Enid, coming out the one win last year. Thank goodness Will Phillips, right? That's his name?
Yes.
Yeah, thank goodness he's gone. I'm glad he's not going to be here in 2 days, but I'm pretty interested to see what they roll out there on him. I don't know what kind of offense they're going to run.
Well, I can rest assured, whatever they roll, it'll look different.
Yeah.
They'll play with a different level of intensity.
I think so too. Yeah.
But you still got to have the Jimmies and the Joes to go out and win.
Absolutely.
And I think if you follow high school football in Oklahoma, with all due respect to the fine folks up in Enid, they're going to have a tough road to hoe this year. It's going to be tough. Now, we've lived it here again where we live in Guthrie years ago, where great coaching staff comes in and kids start believing and people in the community start believing and great things happen. So it can happen.
Absolutely.
And I think it will happen over time in Enid. I do think that's possible.
It's just tough for them because they're in 6A1.
That's the whole thing. And what I'm talking about is being respectable, putting a good quality. I'm not sitting there saying Enid's going to win a gold ball in 2 years, but if you could get to where if this year they could figure out a way to win a little more than they did last year, which is going to be tough. It's going to be
very tough.
But if they can build on something and just keep building, they can do some good things. There's also a guy up there that's teaching now that if they could ever talk him out of coaching retirement, it wouldn't be too bad to get him on the sideline. And I'm already lobbying for Coach Mick to get back in coaching, but one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best offensive coordinators in the state of Oklahoma lives up there and is teaching up there now.
And Parker, you look at that Enid schedule this year, the wins are going to be tough, and usually you try to get your non-district to find some success and get things going for district play, but you look at their district schedule and it's you got Guthrie, Ponca City, and McGinnis, and so that's pretty tough. And then you get into the Westmore and the Jinx and the Santa Fe's. Norman expected to make a lot of noise in 6A football. And UConn, Broken Arrow. You look at they might be favored in one game, maybe.
Ponca City, maybe Edmond North. Might be favored in one game, maybe max. So it'll
I don't think they'll be favored in any games.
Yeah,
I really don't. It's tough. Because even though they fixed a lot of stuff by doing the 6A1, 6A2, there's always going to be those teams that are those. They're right there. And they should be in 6A D2, but they don't. Somebody has to be the smallest school in 6A1, right? And so it's a tough place to find yourself. Shawnee finds itself playing that same game as well, and so it's not a position you want to be in.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Enid comes out and gets a win over Guthrie just like that in week 1. Then you go to Ponca City and they're feeling good about themselves. Then you never know about 2-0, and then after that it gets extremely tough after that. So one other note I want to mention up real quick in 6A football, we have some listeners up in Ponca City as well, and they got a coach who I think will turn that program around. Ponca City has gone through a lot of coaches in the last 10, 15 years, but Scott Harmon, Oklahoma State football great, great defense player at O State. He's won state championships at some other schools, and I think he will be. He'll be a difference maker in Ponca City.
Yeah, I think Phil and I were actually standing down there last year on the sideline when they came here, and we were all just kind of, amazed by how different they looked on the hoof.
And it felt different.
It felt different, absolutely.
And that's what I was talking about earlier when we were talking about the Plainsmen. Is it all starts with the belief with the people that are down on the sidelines, right? And you could feel that in Ponca. I mean, obviously they had a rough year, but they went about their business in a whole different way than what we had become accustomed to. So great coaches can have a huge impact, obviously, on the kids. And in that belief and as far as establishing a system and a program, building a program, at the end of the day, you got to have kids that can execute. And, a lot of times I think people forget that. You'll have a team that's really good one year, and then the next year they graduate 14 kids, and then next year it was like, well, what happened? Well, everybody graduated. Right. It's not like college where you get to go recruit and reload and, do all this stuff. I mean, it's you play with what you got, and, and I think everybody needs to kind of keep that in mind. And but a good coach and a good staff can definitely have a positive impact.
And real quick, we're going to touch on 5A here real quick, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the stadiums here in Oklahoma. A nice article in the Oklahoman today. We'll talk about that, kind of get our thoughts on the stadiums in our next segment. But we got a few minutes here. 5A football, is everyone chasing Carl? I mean, is it over right now? They have the state longest winning streak right now, 36 games. Oh, by the way, they're knocking on the door for the 11-man record with Wagner. So, is it? I
think they had to go to state semis to beat it. The record.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think it's over right now. We watched a scrimmage last Friday, and I think there's them and 2 other teams, and then there's another segment.
The Fighting Catholics.
Yeah, the Fighting Catholics and Carl Albert, and then I think there's 4 or 5 other teams that are going to be pretty darn good. And then everybody else. But I mean, Coach Corley doesn't know how to lose. He's undefeated. He's been a head coach for 2 years. He's got 2 state titles, and he's undefeated. We were joking with his brother, Judge Corley, the other day, and I said, he needs to retire. I mean, if he wins the next, their quarterback has a chance to be a 4-time undefeated state quarterback, the starter.
Yeah, he started as day one as a freshman. Due to injury, got in there.
And then performed. And, it's likely that they win this year, I think. But there are a couple other teams and specifically a couple stud tailbacks that are going to have something to say about that between McGinnis and help me
Bishop
out.
Kelly.
Bishop Kelly, thank you. Yeah. So, but 5A's Carl Alberts. For the most part. You
look at Carl Albert, they've won 3 state championships in a row in 5A, favorite to win 4. And the quarterback, Ben Harris, he was in there as freshman. He doesn't have the prettiest form. He just kind of lobs it up there. But his freshman year, we're like, well, he's got thrown it to Taylor, Diego, Diego Richards. Diego Richards. And they had it handed off to Dadrian Taylor. Then last year, well, he's got Dadrian Taylor and he's got some weapons out there. Still performs well. This year, Carl Albert already has quite a few Division I commits already. This is some of the most D1 commits this time of the year that Carl Albert's had in a long, long time. So it's not just Ben Harris.
They just reload.
Yeah.
Every year. I mean, I don't know what's in the water over there, but every year they seem to come back with new players that are destined to go somewhere.
Well, and I think you can't overlook the simple fact that kids that play for Carl Albert believe that they should win the state title every year. Yeah. I mean, there's a belief over there. I mean, I've always found it. We talked about this last couple of years, Chris. So ironic, Coach. I'm losing my mind. No, just the greatest coach in 5A
history.
Gary
Rose?
Coach Rose. Thank you. Coach Rose wins 4,000 state titles, never goes undefeated, and then Corley comes in his first 2 years undefeated, back-to-back undefeated. But how many years did we see him have 3-4 losses and win the state championship?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because they just believe that that's what they are supposed to do. And there's a lot to be said about that in high school sports. A lot to be said for that.
With that, we need to hit our first break here on the show. Again, we're taking you up to the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. We're going to talk about some of the stadiums. The little article came out today in News OK. Our good friend Jacob Unruh, congratulations, as he is now the beat writer for Oklahoma State University for the Oklahoma. He's a friend of the show, and we've talked to him several times. But
great guy.
Yeah.
And congratulations, Jacob.
That's very cool.
I mean, he's worked hard and earned that opportunity, and he'll do a fabulous job. But we're going to miss him.
Of course, we're talking him up because he put Gelsma Stadium near the top of the stadium list, so that helps too.
But if you didn't do that,
we wouldn't be talking about him probably. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, he'd be an idiot. The rock's where it's at.
Absolutely. We're going to take our opening timeout. We'll come back and talk about my little adventure in Texas, Phil.
Oh,
I haven't shared that with you. It was a long night, boys, and I need to get it off my shoulders. So we'll do that after this timeout. This is the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM, KSBI.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world.
Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time?
100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from, marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
Mm-hmm. We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. Golden Chick. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Segment 2 of the High School Huddle, presented by Virtual Charter School Academy, better known as eSchool. Check them out, eSchoolOK.com. Public school. You can do it inside your house. And Phil, they even got superintendent. They got a school board, just like a brick and mortar public school.
Almost like it's a real school.
It's almost like a real deal. It's amazing.
Teachers and everything.
Absolutely. But you kind of learn as you go, and you learn online. Some like me, the first couple of weeks of school, I'm feeling good. I can do that. I can do that. We did that a couple of years ago, and then boom, I don't know what that is. Call up a teacher, get some help.
Well, there's a real misconception out there that these kids, it's the Wild West, and it's not. I mean, the kids they have a teacher that they talk to very, very regularly, daily, in most cases, and so it's it takes all types of formats for kids to learn today. The world's different. It's mobile. There's a lot going on in the world that, to be quite frank, some parents are nervous about sending their kiddos to brick and mortar. I mean, it's just a fact of life. And so, there's almost 25,000 kids in the state of Oklahoma that currently choose to go to public school that way. And we thought we had something unique that we could add, being a AP and a focused school. So we're excited. We got some good teachers and a lot of fun is happening.
eSchoolOK.com, title sponsor of the High School Huddle, and went to see one of my favorite performers.
We got to get this done.
What Tracy Lawrence, guys? It's where it's at. I've seen it twice this year.
Tell us what happened.
Okay, so we drive to Denton, Texas. It was my youngest loves Tracy Lawrence as well. He loves the songs. You know what?
Little Lance Evans.
Little Lance. You know what? Okay, I'll take you to Denton, Texas, and we'll. If you really want to see him that bad, I guess we'll go as a family. So we went as a family. We had front row seats, and it was good. It was at the Denton County Fair and Rodeo, and so the concert was at 9:30 and went to 11. And we had a few extra bucks we had to spend. So we got out of there 11:56, and we're going to get a hotel and stay the night in Denton, give some, hang out. Nice little getaway, get back Sunday. Well, we drive up, we go to where we parked, and the truck was not there, boys.
What?
Silverado was gone.
Stolen or towed?
Oh, no, towed. I can guarantee you towed. Chris.
So
what happened, little buddy?
There's this restaurant that I will never ever go to.
Get to the part where you broke a rule. Go ahead.
So there's this parking in the back that's not marked by anything. I'm guessing it's their parking lot. You really can't tell it's their parking lot.
You mean the private property of that owner?
And they didn't say private property.
Does your yard say private property?
I'm assuming it's this restaurant.
I don't have a private property sign on my yard.
So I'm assuming it's theirs. I'm not sure whose it is.
Well, I think we know now.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, the receipt says this fast food place that I will not mention because I will go crazy. So this is at midnight in Denton, Texas. My two sweet innocent kids and my wife are with me. And so I call the great folks at Denton Police and say, I'm calling and hoping my truck was towed. And she says, that would be me. I wouldn't know that. Does your truck have Oklahoma plates? I said, yes, that's me. Yes, we have. It was towed.
Let's get to the cost of the tickets.
Yeah. So she goes.
It's like Christmas in August right now. Go ahead.
So she gives me the name of the towing company, and I'm not going to plug them either.
Oh, they're just doing their job, Chris. They're just doing their job. Go ahead.
So I call them up and I said, I understand you have my vehicle locked up.
Because I broke the law. Go ahead.
Locked up in the Record Penitentiary.
Because you broke the law. Go ahead.
And so he goes, yeah, we have. I go, well, how far are you? He goes, I looked it up. It's like 2.2 miles.
Oh, okay. 10-minute
drive, 40-minute, whatever it was. And I was like, well, how do we get there? He said, I just don't know. I was like, oh, so he's not going to help us out. So we download Uber or Lyft, whatever it was, get a ride at midnight. My little Lance thinks we're losing the truck forever. And I'm just sweating how much this is going to cost me.
Let's get to that part.
And so we get there. I go, hey, I walk into the X record place in Denton, County, Texas, and I said,
just doing their job, Parker.
The most wanted family in Oklahoma is here to get their truck.
That's a good way to start a conversation.
She never saw it coming.
Yeah.
She's probably 20 years old.
You broke the law, and you had to pay the price.
She said, I'm going to need your license and your insurance. I had that.
Please. Oh,
thank goodness.
I was hoping we were going to take a turn. No. Insurance is expired.
No, I had that. And so she gets the calculator, and she's just clicking sales tax and all that stuff. So how much you think it was there less than 2 hours?
I'm going to say $225.
Parker?
I was going to say about $400.
$186.
What are you complaining about?
Less than 2 hours, $186. They're 5 minutes away from the parking spot that I was at.
Does that count the Uber?
No, it was not counting the Uber. And the admission into the fair, into the concert, gas money on the way down. We had a great dinner in Norman. But anyway.
I mean, you broke the law.
It wasn't marked.
That's
like happened to me before here in Guthrie. But
I don't think you're going to get a lot of sympathy.
Apparently not. I should.
You broke the law, Chris. I've been warning you about this for several years. You weren't in Logan County anymore. Your little bubble broke.
Shouldn't the legislature tell them how much it should cost for the record company?
Really? So now you're wanting to legislate a private industry.
See how I get that?
Really?
Off? See how
that's what?
We're not talking about me anymore.
Let me see your voter registration card, because I'm pretty sure you changed parties.
What happens if they told me $700?
Well, you pay $700.
Exactly.
Hey, don't break the law. There's a way to stop this. Just don't break the law.
All right. Anyway.
All right. Can we move on?
We can move on.
All right.
Hey, what's the coolest stadium in Oklahoma that you've been to?
Well, it's The Rock. Everybody knows that.
Gelsman, yeah. Our good buddy Jacob Unruh has been there a few times. In one of his last articles with the Oklahoma, and I think it was in today's article, today or tomorrow. Yeah. I'm not sure what it is.
Was that $186?
Yeah, and some change.
186.
Oh, by the way, to finish that up,
yeah,
we drove all the way home. We weren't giving them any more money at the hotel, so we drove all the way home.
Dang, what time did you get home?
3:15 in the morning.
Whew.
I mean,
I had a point to make.
What's your point? You're going to run the risk of killing your whole family in a car wreck because you're tired?
No, I was good.
You broke the law.
He's probably hopped up on adrenaline at that point.
He broke the law, Parker. He got caught. When you break the law and you get caught, I've never done that, then you have to pay the piper.
And so the next day I go into a local Guthrie business to get lunch, and guess who's there? David Bowman. He owns a record company here in Guthrie.
Right.
I said,
hard-working man.
I said, David, I want you to know, I thought about you for 3 straight hours on my way home driving.
Oh, boy.
He goes, me? I said, yeah. So I gave him the story. And
well, did he happen to tell you what he would have charged?
Let's talk football. Let's talk football.
Okay.
Let's talk. I like David.
Freaking criminal.
David wouldn't take $186 out of an innocent family's pocket.
You're right. I'm sure it's over 200.
Okay, so obviously we're a little bit biased here in Guthrie with the Gelsman Stadium, but it is.
But it's not just us.
It's not just us. It is well known, and the cool thing about that is there's a lot of these places, and we'll talk about some of the new places as well. But it just goes to show you that you don't need the biggest jumbotron with replay and 85 sponsors and fireworks and all that good stuff. It's just a good spot to watch a high school football game. It adds a little bit with the Squires Field in the south end zone. It's jam-packed almost every single game because with senior night, homecoming, and then usually a pretty darn good schedule in the non-district. Yeah. Enid comes, Ponca, Shawnee, good crowds from those communities. So it is a very cool place, especially after the remodel.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. And, yeah, we are partial, obviously, but, I mean, I tell kids that play here at Guthrie all the time, you need to really take this all in and enjoy it because – even the kids that go play small college football, they're never going to top the experience they had at Gelsman Stadium. It's never going to be better than that as far as the experience itself with the crowd and all that goes into that. But I would have given anything to have played at Gelsman Stadium.
Me too.
It's just such a cool place.
So outside of Gelsman, what's some of you guys' favorite stadiums to go to that you like?
Well, I agree. For me, and it's because it's a lot like the Rock, I like going out to Altus. I like their stadium an awful lot, and I like Millwood Stadium a great deal.
You been to the Indian Bowl in Muskogee? That's unique.
I have not been down there.
It's a unique one.
Yeah, but I mean, I like those old school natural grass. Stadiums right on top of everybody. See, I'm one of the few guys, and I'll make Coach Beebe and the entire staff upset when I say this. So sorry, guys, but I don't want turf.
I don't
at
want
Jelsman
turf.
Stadium. I think it ruins it. I think it takes completely away from Jelsman if you put turf on that.
With that said, the OSSA loves turf.
Well, sure they do.
For playoffs,
Yeah,
because
for
it's got a
playoffs.
level playing field and all that good stuff.
I get it.
Rain and all that good stuff.
Right.
So you don't like Newcastle Stadium?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Newcastle Stadium then?
Yeah, it's not that I'm against turf. I'm against turf in certain stadiums.
That makes sense.
I mean, I think turf would look weird.
Jelsman would look weird with turf.
It would take away from it.
See, it's weird with like Oklahoma State, that Boone, it's turf. I didn't realize why it's turf, but Oklahoma State's known for their grass and the way they are able to grow it and do all the things that they do with that. But yeah, I love the grass. I love the smell of it, to be able to paint. I'm sure the maintenance guys probably enjoy the field turf, but
sure.
And it goes a long way. Ponca City's added the last several years. I mean, everyone has it, and so in fact, a lot of people see pictures or watch the video of the stadium. Wow, you guys got grass still on your field. So, but it's unique.
Hey, I just looked down. I noticed something. Little Michael Pruitt, my buddy, my son. He's over in the Middle East right now, serving the nation. Very proud of him. Did you know he actually has a girlfriend now, and she's watching our show right now?
Oh boy,
did you know that? Michael got a girlfriend.
Okay.
Do you believe in miracles?
Well, I play the Al Michaels playback every night.
You know what? When we get to in the postseason, we get to do some additional games for some folks, and we've been to Owasso and we've been to Broken Arrow. It's not what you think.
No, it's not.
You always, I don't know what I was thinking, but Owasso has added a lot. With the end zone, a lot of it's always about adding stuff in the end zone, and that part is nice. But you have to walk a mile to the press box. Okay, maybe that's why.
Well,
that's why. That's why.
Well, but no, it's also the field feels like it's half a mile away.
That's Stillwater has that feel.
I don't like it.
Stillwater has that feel.
I want there to be a chance that kids are going to run into a wall. I mean, I think that adds to the intrigue. I don't want them hurt. I don't want them hurt, but no. I mean, I just that on top of you feeling that you get at stadiums like Altus, the Rock, those kind of places. You cannot. I mean, that adds so much to the atmosphere. I mean, it's just hard to compete with that.
We have. Let's see here.
Mark Bruning just told me to tell you to quit being a victim.
I am a victim.
You're a criminal.
I need an advocate to come help me out.
I'm sure there's fine Democrats out there.
Oh, boy. There we go. What time is 33 minutes into it.
I did well, though, tonight.
And the corner man's calling us right now. Well, we haven't gotten to a whole lot of it here, but real quickly, Class 4A football. Again, we're going to have our state championship picks here in just a little bit. But 4A is always another fun class to watch, just because those 4A schools are usually those communities that everyone has.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 4A, the bigger communities that aren't in 5A or 6A, like Tuttle.
They're so deep.
Yes.
I mean, they're so deep there. I mean, 5A, you're basically talking about, in my opinion, 3, maybe 4 or 5 teams that have any chance at winning state.
Right. 6A2, there's 3 teams.
Right.
6A1, 4 teams.
You get to 4A, there's 10, 11, 12. I mean, there's some legitimate arguments for several schools to win the state title, and that's fun. I think part of the other reason I like it so much is there's not a whole lot of those private schools in 4A either. I enjoy that.
I know Chris likes that.
Yeah,
I enjoy that.
yeah.
I like the public schools out there hooking it up.
Well, I mean, I rally behind it. I love the communities. Like, you got Tuttle, Poto, Weatherford. I mean, they're all
Clinton,
over
Blanchard,
all over the state.
Broken Bow.
So, again, coming up here in a little bit, we'll pick our state champions in each class. Tuttle was last year's state champions, and that moves us down to the Class 3A. That's where our good friends down over in Kingfisher. We got some good some friends over there in Kingfisher. over there that watches the show, and that's another class there. That'll be interesting to watch, but then you start adding in some private schools. Heritage Hall goes back and forth between that 4A, 3A, getting pushed up and all that good stuff, but Heritage Hall down in 3A, Lincoln Christian in 3A, but our friends at Kingfisher, we always root for them. I think they'll have a good chance to run a deep run in the playoffs.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and I think there's, again, it's about a program over there, and they've really put together a good youth program. They've got a lot of kids that stay in that system from a young age and play all the way through, and you know, those Kingfisher kids also, that's a group that believes that they're supposed to win, and you know, they never disappoint. I mean, they're always there at the end of the year, every year it seems like.
Yeah, 3A1. Boy, that's we always talk about it every year.
Yeah, tough district.
Heritage Hall, Kingfisher, John Marshall, Perkins, the PTDers over there, Blackwell. So that's always a fun little district to watch in 3A1.
Good football, really good football in 3A. There's been years, honestly, I feel like, where the top few teams in 3A and 4A would compete very, very well against 5A.
There's some
very, very well.
There's some years like Tuttle. I mean, they would give Carl Albert a good game.
I mean, it would be a ball game.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be a lay down deal. There's no doubt.
One other note, 3A football. I think the coach over in Seminole.
Yeah.
I don't know how many wins he needs, but he needs a handful of wins, 4, 5, 6, something like that. And his name's escaping me right now, Parker, but Coach
Mike Snyder?
Yes, Mike Snyder.
Coach Snyder.
He's just a few wins away from being the all-time winning coach in high school football. So that will be, I think this is 39th year coaching high school football.
Gee, how many total wins does he have?
It's not saying here.
Not saying. I would have to look, try to find it here in a little bit.
It's not 186, is it, Chris?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
that became my favorite number for some reason. No, I mean, what was Sam's attitude about this? Did she chastise you for being a lawbreaker in front of your children, or what? I mean, what happened?
No, luckily we agreed on the legal, what we thought was a legal parking spot. It wasn't marked anything different.
360, Chris. 360. That comes from our good friend Tyler Fredrickson.
Thank you, T-Fred.
T-Fred's a stud. Hi, T-Fred. 360. So how many years? 39? It's almost 10 wins a year average.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good coaching, brother. That's a lot of football winning.
All right.
Man, that's amazing.
Well, we need to get out of here for our second break. Don't want to run overtime tonight, so we're going to take a timeout. We still got our state championship picks coming up here after this timeout, and my thing just froze here, Phil.
See, that's what happens.
All right. We'll take a timeout anyway. This is the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. Golden Chick. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
High School Huddle presented by eSchool. eSchoolOK.com is the website. Appreciate them all season long. We'll be talking about them throughout the entire year. Parker Burnett, Chris Evans, Phil Nichols with you.
Driver's Ed's part of eSchool, where we teach kids to follow the traffic laws, which includes parking legally. All of our students know not to do that.
It was. I'm guessing it was their parking. It didn't say it was. They got a lot of flaws in their business practices. I can tell you that much right now.
Great burgers, though.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Incredible burgers.
Very overrated is what they are. Very overrated. Hey, by the way, if you want to see what the circus looks like, you can watch us online. Guthrie News Page, Facebook. We're out in Radio Land here on 93.7 FM KSBI. Or if you're in your house getting ready to get in your car, tune us over at 93.7 FM KSBI. We'll be with you all season long. We also the broadcast team for Guthrie High School football. However, the Blue Jays will not be on 93.7 this week due to Oklahoma State football. Can you believe?
Priorities.
They picked Oklahoma State football over Guthrie football on the radio station. What in cowboy back is going on?
I don't know, but Josh Summerall's trying to be funny. Chris, sounds like you ran into a little Texas tornado and the 3 hours home probably felt like time marches on.
It was worth every penny of it. Every penny.
Summerall with
those
the
are my alibis.
That's all. Ooh, look at Chris.
Yeah.
You only get in that game with Chris.
Made in America.
Parker has no idea what we're doing. Right? Parker has no idea what we're doing right now.
No Tracy Lawrence? Man. Gotta get
out of my wheelhouse.
Oh, man. But, Oklahoma State football opens up Friday, unfortunately. But for the Guthrie viewers out there, we will have that streaming live on the Guthrie News YouTube page. So we'll have it out there. So wherever you find it, you know where to. We'll have it all over there for you. But it's unfortunate. Oklahoma State has to play on a Friday night, and Mike Gundy won't get to see. I think Stillwater's on a Friday night. I think they are. I didn't look real close.
Stay on the weekends. Friday night's high school football. It's not college football. It drives me crazy. I hate that they do that.
Sunday college football game.
I don't care now because I don't watch that other league. So I mean, it's.
No, I'm talking about OU on the Sunday.
No, I'm okay with whatever on Sunday other than that other league.
I'm surprised you didn't go with on the Lord's Day. That's usually what you go with.
Well, I mean, Chris, the Lord's Day is every day. It's not just.
Nice.
Yeah, Mike Gundy talked about that this week with the media. That hey, TV rules the roost. They have the money.
It's not the school's deal, but it does frustrate me seriously that they're. I mean, Friday night is Friday night football for high school football. High school.
Now, if ESPN said, hey, we'll give you $5 million for that Guthrie going to be on Monday night at 8 o'clock.
I mean, football's good on Mondays.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
It wouldn't take $5 million to get me excited.
No. Yeah, so, so football, college football. Yeah. I missed the game because I was busy.
Miami, Florida game?
Yeah.
It was ugly.
Breaking the laws down in Texas? Go ahead.
Was it? I didn't get, so I haven't got to watch a college football game yet.
I watched
I'll miss the Oklahoma State game. We'll obviously DVR it.
Yeah, I watched the last probably 10 minutes of the Florida because we were coming back from Kansas and watched the last 10 minutes or so of the Florida-Miami game. And it was an ugly game, but it was an entertaining game, but it was very ugly. So just glad college football's back.
Absolutely.
Well, getting back to high school football here real quick, we're just kind of going through a little bit here. We haven't got to the games yet, but Class 2A football, I think I might put Millwood. We're here a little bit. We're going to have our state championship picks for each class, and I think I might put Millwood on a one-year suspension for what they did last year.
Who's that? What's the name of that town?
Millwood?
Yeah, never heard of them.
Yeah, I picked them to win their third.
We picked them to win
3 in a row, and
the second game of the year last year, and they made us look bad. Chris.
Well, it wasn't if Mill was going to win this week. It was if they could cover by 30.
That was about a team that underachieved. I mean, that is terrible.
And they lose a couple of great Division I athletes, and so they'll still be in there.
They've only got a couple left.
We're giving them a hard time, but they'll be up there. Jones in our listening audience as well will have a chance there in Class 2A football. Real quick, some games of notes. UConn's at Edmond North. Are you picking Edmond Memorial to go undefeated? Is that what you were telling me the other day?
No, but
7-3.
No,
8-2. I couldn't remember.
I think they'd go 6-4.
Okay.
I think Edmond Memorial could go 6-4.
All right.
I do.
Jinx, Bixby, and Owasso all play.
And there is a path to 7-3 for Edmond Memorial.
It'll be 10-0 here in a minute.
No, 6-4, 7-3. Okay. But there is a path to 7-3.
You look at some of the larger schools. A lot of them are playing Texas, Arkansas teams in 6A football. That's what week 0 with the 6A1, 6A2. It's kind of hard to find. There's only a handful of teams in each class, and you go cross district. But I think that's good for them because they can probably see schools their same size and compete with them. Some might be even larger than that.
No, I think it is good because it's a darn sight better than playing teams that you're going to go out there and you're going to win by 5 touchdowns. You don't get better doing that, And everybody wants to win every game, but in the non-district games, that's when you should be tweaking things, trying to figure things out if you got stuff to figure out, and going out and playing good competition, smart. So it's really smart.
Poto is at El Reno. That will be interesting there. El Reno slowly getting there under Coach Atchison over there in Canadian County. Poto, though, they've become a little powerhouse over the last several years. So that'll be fun to watch there. Western Heights is at Guyman.
Yep.
Why would Western Heights schedule that?
Well,
is it at Guyman?
It's at Guyman.
Oh boy, they lost a bet.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way, we're going to Guyman.
No, we lost a bet.
I'll be sick.
But we had no choice. We're in the district with Guyman. Western Heights had a choice.
You don't show up for that trip. I'm coming to your new home.
Hey.
And I'm throwing you in the truck, and you're going anyway. No, you're going to the Guyman. If I got to go, you got to go. So.
I've never been to Guyman.
Oh, well, that's about to change.
Never been.
That's about to change.
It'll be a blast. It always is.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Hey, Newcastle is at Tuttle.
Yep.
That's another 4A game. Any games stick out to you guys?
Because there's so many of these games out of state, a lot of the stuff that normally would be kind of cool matchups, because you're seeing more and more of that. Every year there's more and more of the larger schools playing out of state teams, and so it's there's on the 6A. Division I, Division II, 5A front. Most of the good games are going to be against teams that are from out of state.
Yeah.
So we don't know a whole lot about those out of state schools, but obviously wish all the Oklahoma schools the best of luck. But I think in the smaller classifications, you're going to get into some pretty fun football games.
Chandler Stroud's always a good rival game. Yeah. That game's in Stroud this year, and Perry's at Oklahoma Christian. Our friends over there in Noble County. Perry coming off a 4-6 season a year ago, looking to get back into the playoffs. They got there in 20. No, actually they made it last year. 8-3.
Yeah.
So they've had 20 wins in the last 3 years. So obviously everyone thinks of Perry wrestling, and rightfully so. But the football team has found some energy over the last several years.
Yeah, and that's good to see. I mean, we've always kind of scratched our head. Typically good wrestlers translates to good football players. And I don't know if it's just because there's not a lot of I don't know how many of the kiddos that wrestle are playing football.
Right.
Because when you're wrestling at that level, I guarantee there's several of those kids that probably are wrestling all the time, or getting
I think
ready
a middle
for wrestling.
linebacker.
Yeah, middle linebacker, defensive back, meaner than what, that kind of stuff.
Meaner than what?
That kind of stuff.
Okay.
Very, very mean. Those guys that just want to stand there and fight you.
Yeah.
And so the kid that's probably going to wrestle, 38, that probably plays football at 60 or something like that, and just meaner than all daylight. So tough kids, but they have definitely turned a little bit of a corner in Perry.
And one more note before we take our final timeout here. Our Perkins Tryon Demons, 7-4 a year ago. They got the Eagles of Hennessy. I was in Hennessy. They don't play this week, but their first game will be next week. But I went to Hennessy last week for the cross-country run Turkey Creek. First time I've never played golf there, but I saw it.
Turkey
Creek. So let the Eagles soar. There's more restaurants in Hennessy than you would think of.
Never mind.
Yeah, well, Golden Chick's one of them is over there. There's like
Who else is over there?
Some burger place.
What are the burger places?
Timeout. We're going to take our final timeout here as we come back, get our final segment. State championship picks are up after this.
I got to go in and then come back out.
High School Huddle, 93.7 FM KSBI.
Oh, no. I think I skipped one. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
What did I do to it?
Oh, we're going to get there.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from, marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. Golden Chick. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Final segment here on the High School Huddle alongside Parker Burnett, Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans back in our Stillwater studio. Bill Van Ness, and Jordan Leach. Jordan, you're grounded. I thought we were on the same team. Don't ever go with Phil's side because he will.
Jordan and I got the law on our side, Chris.
You got the law on your side. All right, guys. Final segment here. 5 minutes left in the show. It is that time. Phil's got his cape on. This is where he goes 0 for 8. No, excuse me. This is when he goes 1 for 7, and you never hear the end about the one that he got
because
right.
I make the greatest one pick you've ever seen. I mean, anybody can pick the way you pick.
Western Heights fans, he could be picking you.
Just saying.
He could be picking you.
Go Plainsman. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let's work our way up. How about?
Right, sounds good.
All right. Let's. Do we want to go with class? We haven't really talked any 8-man football. So Tipton's won how many in a row here? 3 in a row. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and just stay that. I'll do what Chris does. I'll take Tipton.
You're going to go Tipton?
Well, why not? That's what you do.
The Tigers. Tipton?
Are you taking Tipton?
Well, we'll find out here in a second.
Let me see. I can't have the same.
Parker, who do you got?
I'm going with the sleeper. I'm going with Southwest Covenant.
Southwest Covenant.
Private school. We'll talk after the show.
I'm probably wrong.
No, I got my pick.
Who are you going with, Philip?
I got my pick.
Who are you going with?
Pond Creek Hunter.
Oh, dude, that's who I was going to. No, you said Tipton first.
No, I changed Pond Creek Hunter.
How do you know if Tipton wins? He's going to claim it.
Yeah.
Pond Creek Hunter.
That's who I'm going with. I'm going Pond Creek Hunter.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going Tipton.
Okay, good.
Write him down.
Yes, write him down. He's got Tipton. I got Pond Creek, and you got Southwest Covenant. Very cool.
Now, our heart pick is Coyle.
Well, the Blue Jackets, of course.
And they're ranked top 10.
Yep.
Number 8, I think.
What are they, 8 or 9?
I think they're 8.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what we hope to see.
Parker, you did a little thing on Coyle real quick. What sticks out with Coyle this year for you?
They got a really good running back, Damon Kane, returning back, coming back. They're going to be run heavy. He's going to get a lot of carries. He's going to be a workhorse for them.
It's awesome.
Very cool. Class B football and still some 8-man football. And you know what, Philip? You went first last time.
Okay.
Parker, who you got?
I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go Shattuck.
Shattuck.
They've only won the last 2 in a row. Way to go off on the edge there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to go Laverne. I'm going to go with Laverne.
I'm going Davenport.
I'm going Panhandle up in the Panhandle. Davenport. What they got a really good. Is it barbecue? Yeah, it's barbecued.
Don't park there if you're not supposed to.
Yes, I'm drawing a blank on the name, but they have really, really good barbecue.
Yeah.
Jordan, you need to get off. I don't want to. She's making more comments. Okay. Okay, so you got that? You got us down for Class B? Okay, let's move over to Class A football. And Parker, you know a lot about. You follow Class A football pretty close with the Cashion Wildcats and Crescent Tigers, and we've seen them a few times in the postseason. We've seen Rejoice Christian; they continue to win. Then you got powerhouses, Thomas, Minko. That's another big name. But who are we going with in Class A football?
I'm going to go with Cashion. I said it earlier in the show. I'm going to stick with it.
Now, Cashion's never won a state championship, correct?
I believe that's right.
Not in that class.
Yeah.
Not in that class. Right. Not in that class.
Yeah, but they've been there close a couple times, past couple years.
Yep.
I think with what they bring back, I think this might be the year.
Philip?
I hate to find myself in this situation, but I'm going Cashion as well.
All right.
They're too good not to win one eventually.
They return everybody.
I mean, so
not everybody.
Well,
not the quarterback.
The quarterback, but I mean, that's like having a Gatling gun with one barrel that's not working fully.
He has the last name Harmon, if that helps.
Yeah, that helps a little bit. So, pretty sure he's got some pretty good bloodline there. But I'm going Cashion as well.
Yeah, I think this is Cashion's year too, and there's an RC team out in Wausau, and I can't pick them. So,
yeah, right.
But I think they'll be deep in the. I think it'll be if the bracket lines up, Cashion, Rejoice Christian. I think that what we could see.
Yeah.
All right.
Although Thomas could, I mean, it wouldn't be a shocker if Thomas found their way in there.
Minko is so close every year.
Right.
Okay,
right.
we got to go fast forward here real quick.
Okay.
Class 2A football. Phil?
I'm going Beggs. I'm going to give a shout out to our good boy
Demons.
Coddington. I'm going for Beggs.
The Demons.
Yep.
Parker?
Metro Christian. I'm switching it up.
All right. I'm going Millwood.
All right.
Okay.
All right. All right. 3A football.
Chris, you going to go first once?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Heritage Hall.
We've really got to talk.
If they win, I mean.
No. There's this little thing called principle. we will be talking off the air.
Phil?
Kingfisher.
That's always a good one. I will go Berry Hill this year. I will go Berry Hill. Mark that one down.
Berry Hill's good.
Berry Hill. I'm going to go Berry Hill. All right, Class 4A football. This one will be fun to watch. There are so many good teams. Tuttle,
you can't screw this one
Blanchard,
up, Parker. There's no private schools you can pick.
Yeah.
Is there really not 8?
No, well, I just realized something. Wait a second. You were a private school kid, weren't you?
So who are you going to pick?
Hey, we're already going overtime. We got to get to the we got to get to the music.
4A?
4A.
Poto.
Parker?
Tuttle.
I'm going with Tuttle as well, yeah. Class 5A football, good talk. Okay, moving over to 6.
Yeah. Carl Albert.
I'm going Carl Albert.
Yeah.
Carl Albert.
Yeah.
All right, 6A2.
Okay, I'm on Stillwater, and I know that's, but I'm going Stillwater.
Stillwater.
Yeah.
Bland, Gundy, Walker.
Yeah, got a lot of weapons. A lot of guys up front they got to replace, but I think they'll get her done. I mean, they've got so many offensive weapons.
That's who I was going with, Stillwater.
Am I going to be the one that have to go outside of Payne County on this one?
You might have to.
Is it okay if all three of us go Stillwater?
Sure.
Yeah, I think Stillwater.
Yeah.
I think they had a deep run last year, undefeated regular season. Okay, 6A1 football.
Chris, you going to go first?
Okay, I'll go first. I'm going to go Broken Arrow. Back to back.
What are you doing? Yeah, I'm going Union.
Ooh.
There you go. Week 0 is in the books. We appreciate everyone tuning in here on 93.7 FM. It should be a fun season. We'll be talking about some scores. We'll be previewing some games. Also, don't forget, new rule this year, 40-second clock and a 25-second clock. So that'll look a little bit different at your high school game.
Over that.
We'll talk about that rule next week as well. Hope you enjoyed it. Big thank you to Bill and Jordan back in our Stillwater studio. For Parker, for Phil, I'm Chris. We'll talk to you next week on the High School Huddle.